Hello. Hey, everybody. Hello to everybody there in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Hello to the members of the channel. Big thank you to my mods, as per usual, for helping out. Dip Me in Glitter is here. Grace Kelly is here. And I know that Nancy is here as well. And we are all ready to rock and roll. Everybody, I'm Natalie, and this is Scientology Life After a Cult. Well, we talk about the news that has the internet buzzing when it comes to Scientology. We also talk about my 35 years in Scientology, leaving with 3 generations of my family. And I do interviews throughout the week. So when you do hit the notification bell, make sure to set, I always get that backwards. When you hit the subscribe button, make sure you set the notification bell, and hopefully you'll get notifications for those interviews and when I go live. I appreciate that. We're going to be talking about all kinds of things today on the recap. We are going to get into a little bit of Real Housewives news with the Scientologist who's being brought on. We've got more information on Disgraced Attorney Brian Kent. We're going to talk about that. We are going to take a look at what has been happening around the country with protests, including something that happened in Baton Rouge, I believe it was yesterday, and in Hollywood. We are going to talk about all kinds of stuff. We're going to talk about Chicago. We're going to pop into Austin and even Scotland. How fun is that? How fun is that indeed? It is just always fun to be able to just jump all over the place. Hold on a sec. I need to check something. Hold on. Let's see. Hello. Okay, we had a little bit of a glitch there. Hold on, I need to fix this. There we go. Get rid of that. I somehow got in here 2 times. Talk amongst yourself for a minute. There we are. All right, here we go. Little bump there with the StreamYard, but I'm glad we are all back. Hello to Liz Ferris. I hear you're in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Aaron over at Growing Up in Scientology. And we know it's Aaron because I made him a mod, which is something I'm going to do on other channels as well. KD214, happy OT420, everyone. That is true. That is the day. That is the day. And there's Liz Ferris. Hey there. Great to see you. All right, everybody. So we have got a lot to cover. Let's start out. Did you guys see? And you know what I'm realizing now is that I think that I have this in the wrong place, or you know what? I think I spelled the name wrong. Is it paratology or tology? Nancy, can you check for me? We're going to share a link about that. And I think I might have spelled it wrong. I can go back and fix that afterwards. But I cannot get enough of the parodies, you guys, whether it's music, whatever it is. I am loving it so much. I love the creativity. You know that. And I like to kick it off with a little laugh and a smile when we can. Let's take a look at this. This is from Paraditology. That's what it is. Paraditology. Check it out. It's the little D.O.A. van with Lara FM playing. I mean, just how cute is that? How cute is that? You guys tell me in the chat. I just thought it was so cute. Thank you to everybody who sent that to me. I can't even imagine the work that went in to be able to paint the little van like that. That takes some skill and some dedication. Good morning to everybody just joining us. Thank you so much for being here. Wasn't it funny? Oh, it just cracked me up. It cracked me up so bad. I was like dying. Jovi girl, I love the fun they have while protesting. Yes, absolutely. Me too. Me as well. Oh, let's grab yep, Diana, D.O.A. van, love it. I did too. Me and Taz, ZDT made a video about you. You made the big league now. Yeah, I saw it too. How great is that, right? I'm over here like, why is nobody hating on me? What's really funny though, you guys, is the membership that I got. Apparently, you can give people memberships when you're not there. Nancy's gotten them, and I've heard from other people, and I looked it up, and that is probably what happened. Um, but yeah, and my post about somebody having my name, acting like they're me in the comments had nothing to do with that. It was about something completely separate where somebody was making some nasty comments in my name and people knew that it wasn't me. And I just wanted to mention it because it's been an issue lately with trolls and things here on YouTube, trying to pretend that they're other people. It had absolutely nothing to do with the free membership. Thank you to whoever gifted me the free membership. I don't get over there often, but sometimes when in the mood, I'll pop in and see what's happening. But yeah, me and Taz, I thought that was hilarious. Okay, guys, let's see. So we saw that hilarious video. Now, tell me in the chat, and I think I kind of know what the answer is going to be just based on my demographics, but I might be surprised. How many of you play Grand Theft Auto? Especially Grand Theft Auto 5. Do we got any players of that game here in the chat? Let me know. If you were catching this on the replay, you jump into the comments and tell me, do you play Grand Theft Auto 5? Because a bunch of you sent me a link over the last few days, some information. Okay, good. So people do. Acupunk? Really? That's awesome. Sidebar for a moment. I want to play video games, but the graphics make me so nauseous. So if somebody could put in the chat or comments or even email me, what is a gaming system I could start on that my Tony and I can play together and I'm not going to get all nauseous? I think that kind of sounds like fun. I wanted to do it with a Oculus, the virtual reality goggles, but I couldn't. It totally kicked in my vertigo. But that's so fun that so many of you are. Okay. Neuropsych too. That's fantastic. Okay, let's talk about this because there is this thing in Grand Theft Auto 5 called, what are they calling it in there? They're calling it Epsilon, the Epsilon program. And you guys watch this and you tell me, is this Scientology? Are they talking about Scientology in the Grand Theft Auto? Let's take a look at this, and then you guys tell me what you think.
All that remains is to take the test evaluating our identity and ask rather tame questions like, do you have red hair?
So this is a part, this guy's doing a video on it, link down below to the whole video. It's really interesting to watch. This one is specifically about what seems very similar to the personality test in Scientology, but this is the Epsilon program.
And some other existential crap, I suppose, before vomiting out a pie chart. Divided into 10 segments: stability, self-loathing, ego, neuroticism, heterosexuality, aggression, testosterone, narcissistic awareness, credit score, botulism, mind control, and girth. The message that follows is you have an enlightenment level of 24, which is in the highly undesirable band. Your graph reveals you are extremely unfulfilled, depressed, unsuccessful, and lacking in purpose, and sometimes feel like stabbing out your own eyes or the eyes of others. Please realize this is not our opinion of you. It's your opinion of you run through a very complicated analysis machine that we sell for profit at the Epsilon gift shop. Because of course you do. The important question is, do you appreciate the limitations of your misunderstandings? It is vital that you disconnect from your inadequacies. You must take action.
Doesn't that? And if you go watch the video, if you go watch the whole video that was done, there are multiple things. Ooh, little spider. Today was your last day, little spider. Multiple things about this Epsilon program sound just like Scientology. And here's what kind of has me excited about this, because there are so many young people who play this game that my hope is they see it. They may not recognize it as Scientology, but guess what? With a lot of those traits they're describing in the game about this Epsilon program, they're going to be introduced to Scientology and they're going to go, oh, Epsilon program, Epsilon program. It is definitely not helping Scientology. And maybe it will help them recognize other cults as well, because it's very presented that way in the game. I just thought that was so cool. And Ginger, oh snap, that's right. Good for them for making fun of F Sciento. I agree. I'm with you on that. Love seeing that. Okay, we're going to talk about what is becoming one of my favorite topics here. And I hope it doesn't end. I hope it never ends, because it's going to be the gift that keeps on giving. It is going to be Scientology celebrities that will continue to bring attention to the abuses in Scientology, the abuses of the past, what is happening currently, and where Scientology may very well go. When people like Rebecca Minkoff, this girl's becoming one of my favorites. She is a second-generation Scientologist and is purported to be one of the new cast members of the Real Housewives of New York City. Over on Bravo, this little ditty here says, Real Housewives of New York newbie Rebecca Minkoff is allegedly a hardcore Scientologist who is also friends with Danny Masterson. And we know this. She's a hardcore Scientologist. You know what? I take that back. I personally and am reserving my opinion or judgment on, is she really a hardcore Scientologist? She is a Scientologist. She defends Scientology and Scientologists. But to go on a show like this, when you're a hardcore Scientologist, let's talk about Scientology mindset for a minute. You either have to be incredibly hardcore, so hardcore that you actually believe that your presence on this show is going to turn the tides for Scientology. That means you buy into a lot of the BS and you are hardcore. Then there's the other scenario. What if? What if she's not a hardcore Scientologist and this is her one foot out the door? When I decided to leave Scientology, well, I should say right before I decided, I was definitely thinking about it, but I hadn't really made that decision. One of the things I did is I did a pageant here in Minnesota just I thought it would be fun. And I wanted to do some volunteering and I thought it would be a great way to do it and meet people in my community. And it was so outside the box for me. I could like barely walk in heels. I didn't know how to do makeup. I mean, I still kind of don't. And same thing with the heels. I almost never wear them. You're going to catch me in flats 99.999% of the time. But I'm kind of wondering, like, what's her mindset? Is this stepping out of or what? I don't know. I want to know what you guys think. So it goes on to talk about that, right? Her relationship with Danny Masterson. But here's the best part. According to the Daily Mail, Rebecca's family, including her mother, Sue, her father, Dr. David Minkoff, and her brother, Yuri, I think that's how you say it, who's also her business partner, is one of the most powerful in the Church of Scientology. Per the Underground Bunker, the Minkoffs have contributed millions of dollars to the organization. Millions, not a million, millions of dollars. They got that Diamond Meritorious Award for reaching $5 million in donations. Yeah, they're about that $1 million life with $5 million going to Scientology. Rebecca reportedly was raised in the church and credits Scientologist Jenna Elfman. And if you guys don't remember her, she's from Dharma and Greg. And I think she also had a role in one of the last few seasons of The Walking Dead. Rebecca reportedly, let's see. Yeah. So she credits Scientologist Jenna Elfman for putting her fashion brand in the public eye. She was also reportedly friends with Danny Masterson, who's now in prison after getting convicted of R. Past photos of her and Danny can be seen on Rebecca's Facebook. Their friendship allegedly began decades ago, and they were photographed together all the way back in 2004. Now, here's where it gets interesting. This is what we know, but this is now what's going to be put out in almost every media outlet multiple times as she continues down this road of filming with the Real Housewives of New York. This is going to be brought up over and over again. The Daily Mail reported that her father paid $100,000 over a wrongful death suit involving Lisa McPherson, a Scientologist who passed away at the age of 36 in 1995. Initially, her death was declared to be caused by a pulmonary embolism due to rest and severe dehydration. Lisa allegedly died 2 weeks after she was discovered nude and dazed in a street after a minor traffic accident. Then EMS and law enforcement brought her to a hospital for psychiatric evaluation and treatment. A police officer claimed Lisa was babbling something about having a hard time at the church, and she was asked several times to respond coherently, though hospital staff told Lisa to stay and get more treatment because it was in her best medical interests. She allegedly was adamant about departing with 3 Scientologists who showed up to visit her. So that is her dad. And there's a whole other bunch of nonsense involving her father and family in Scientology because of Scientology. So I'm like so here for that. I cannot even tell you. And I just hope I'm just hoping. I'm just asking the universe, just give me this. Let her be on the show. Give her a main role. Because I am not kidding when I tell you the abuses of Scientology will follow her. It will be brought to an entire new audience. More and more people are going to find out about it. All right. Now, speaking about things people finding out about stuff. You guys, you know how we were talking about that Brian Kent, that disgraced attorney who was on the board for Child USA, where multiple victims of Scientology were referred to him as clients? And there was a complaint filed where he had an inappropriate, manipulating relationship with one of those victims, referred to as Jane Doe. That complaint was leaked. Down the Rabbit Hole News did a whole thing on it. And then we talked yesterday like, ooh, he is not on the Child USA website anymore. They didn't put out, that I've seen, any formal announcement that they kicked him to the curb because of his shenanigans, but he's not on there. Then, because inquiring minds want to know, we checked out the website where he's a partner, not listed there. Well, they did say something about it, or somebody did, because there was this story out here. Where is this? almlaw.com. Laffey, maybe it's Lafey, Bucci, and Kent part ways with named partner. Brian Kent, known for his representation of sexual assault victims, described his move as a, quote, mutual decision and an amicable parting. That very much sounds like, what was it that Gwyneth Paltrow said when she split from her husband? They were consciously uncoupling. So it sounds to me like they're trying to say that. Doesn't really get into too much. It just says that Philadelphia personal injury firm Lacey, Bucci, and Kent has parted ways with name partner and firm co-founder Brian Kent, effective on April 11th. We prefer to say nothing further about our former partner, said an emailed statement from firm co-founder Jeffrey Laffey, who confirmed Kent's departure as occurring earlier this month. They're just saying it's a mutual decision, amicable parting. So, they've consciously uncoupled. We're getting that. It talks a bit about his work, which just makes you get more pissed off if you read this, because he has worked with so many sexual assault victims that it made it even more egregious that the allegations being made against him. What is going on with the bugs here today? It just made it all so much worse. So, link down below to the full article so that you can read the whole thing. I just read a little bit about that there. But you guys tell me what you think about that. Yeah, ASIN, yeah, mutual decision equals, hey, Kent, we expect you to F off immediately. Yeah, it wasn't one of these, we wish him well on his new venture. We thank him for his time. Unless, you know what, did I just not read the whole thing? I guess in all fairness, I should double check. Let's see. Kent also previously served on the board of directors at child protection think tank Child USA, but his profile was removed from the organization's website sometime after April 7th. And okay, so I don't know what this publication is exactly, this almlaw.com, but you're lazy because it wouldn't be hard to find that complaint and the news and the story about it. Maybe they just don't want to report on it. I don't know, but it's going to come out anyways because these things do. Better for having visited this place. They hide in your hand luggage, the bugs, that is. Are you saying these are bugs from Florida? No, I think it's because we've had some interesting big weather shifts here in Minnesota. And we've been opening the doors and windows more and then closing them all of a sudden. Yep, that's right. If you don't go quietly, we will talk. Are you talking about what the lawyers just said? Yep, neuropsych, that means it is really bad and they don't want to be connected with him. Not a good tactic. Yeah, I agree. It smells over there. It really does. Oh no, Nora did a video about Suri Cruise, and really, really, when you think about like all these years later, right? Because Suri Cruise just turned 18. That's why she's all back in the news again, which again, what's happening? It's bringing up Scientology shenanigans and disconnection policy. So once again, thank you, celebrities, for raising awareness about the abuses of Scientology, because it's going to follow you. So questions are coming out now like, okay, she's turning 18. Does that mean that her dad, Tom Cruise, will have a relationship with her? Because she could have one separately from her mom. Does she even want it? You guys, we all talked about this yesterday, and our consensus was no, she's not going to want that. She's better off without it. I think her mom, Katie Holmes, was incredibly brave to do what she did the way she did it. And Oh No Nora did a video on it yesterday, and she gets into really what Katie Holmes was saving her from. And we're going to just watch a snippet of that.
She knew, because it was being told to her, it was being pushed on her by her assigned friend, Jessica Feshbach, okay? Because this is the daughter of David Miscavige's bestie, okay? So let's not get it twisted here. There was a 0% chance that she wasn't going to start receiving intensive training, intensive auditing, intensive grooming to take a seat at the supreme table of Scientology. Okay. So Katie realized, I'm not safe, my kid's not safe. Now, in the history of Scientology that I personally experienced, I've only seen two other people choose their children over Scientology. One is my mother. The other, while I was in the Sea Org during my first year, there was a woman, and I was thinking about this today in preparation for this live, and I cannot remember her name, and it aggravates me. But her son, who had been born into the Cadet Org in California, not in Florida, not at the Int Ranch, but down at the regular ranch, he got into, teenage mischief, and he wouldn't join the Sea Org. So he was considered a suppressive person. The church declared a 15-year-old a suppressive person, and they were booting him out of every Scientology building where he was sleeping, everything.
Yep, she dodged a very large bullet with getting herself and her daughter out of Scientology. It is very interesting. Sandy Lee, I agree. I love the way Nora looks at things. She's got a great way of breaking it down. Cannot Dustin Soda Fountain. I can't wait till Suri joins SPTV. That's funny. It would be fun. It would be neat. But I kind of actually, in all honesty, I hope that she just goes and focuses on her life. Scientology is not something, she was out by the time, what was she, 6 years old when they divorced? She's been free from it, would absolutely welcome anything she wanted to say or share about it. But I hope she just gets out there and lives her best life and cuts her own path and enjoys the freedom. The biggest thing is I hope that Suri Cruise, one day, if she doesn't already know, maybe she already knows this, I hope that she has, or she comes to the understanding and appreciation of what her mother did for her, how hard that was, how dangerous that was. She walked away from the second in command of Scientology, right? Tom Cruise is David Miscavige's best friend. Although rumor has it, are they? Maybe. I don't know. When we were in Clearwater protesting, I feel like I heard somebody saying that Tom Cruise doesn't want to be his best friend anymore. Maybe it was a rumor. Oh, wait, that was me yelling that. I mean, just common sense, right? I mean, if you're Tom Cruise, it's like, well, you want to keep being David Miscavige's best friend? Because it's kind of, let's be honest, a shit show for Scientology right now. But you never know. You never know. Neuropsych, yes, her mom did it for her. She did. It was very brave. She had the help of her dad. It was very cloak and dagger the way they did it. I absolutely love it. Let's pop over to Eric Rader, is someone who is new to YouTube here streaming. He's an ex-Scientologist, and he shares a lot of great stories, but also his viewpoint on what can be done when, how he thinks things are going to happen with ending Scientology. And I also love that he had his camera on this unbelievable view while he was talking. So let's take a little peek at what he was saying.
But if you want to close the church down, if you want to shut them down, you got to get the staff out of there. And believe me, they're not happy. They're just as unhappy as everyone who ever left was. And now much more so, I would imagine, because things have never been as bad as they are today for them. So I think if we can just tap into that, it'll take care of itself.
So he's talking about, with the staff members and how bad things are for them. And this is very, very true. I would agree to a large degree, especially these class 5, these smaller Scientology organizations where protests are happening in Austin and Portland and Seattle. Those are called class 5 Scientology organizations. And that's where staff members will sign a 2.5 or 5 year contract. We are seeing more and more C organization members being posted there. It's for a multitude of reasons. They don't have the staff. They don't have enough people. How many years did Austin have their new building complete and they were not allowed to move in because they didn't have enough staff? And as we saw with the Clapping Kyle and those leaked videos not that long ago, they had like 120 people as Scientology members outside of the staff. That's a very small recruitment pool. Kimberly in Japan, thank you so much for the super chat. Natalie on the spot, as always. I can't join all the lives because of time lag, but just sending love and all my support for you and Tony. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I would love to go to Japan one day. I really would. All right. So if you don't already follow Eric Rader, link down below to his channel. Check him out. I agree, Farah. Eric is amazing. He shares some great info from a wonderful perspective. Okay, let's talk about, if you guys don't know about this website, get ready to bookmark because this thing is awesome. This is going to be so helpful in my opinion. I've already been using it. And this is a website. I'm going to see if you can see it there. It is sptv.space. This was created by, where's my note? Fluffer Squirrel UK and Z News, XE News. They put this together. They're updating it. It is a labor of love. And I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for doing this. Check this out, you guys. You go to sptv.space. There's a directory and links. You can see who's live now. You can refresh the page to update. So let's see what happens when we refresh the page. There. So Denver Scientology Audit is live. I'm live here. It shows you, it highlights new channels. Let's say you're traveling. Let's say you're like, you know what? We want to do a trip across the country, kind of like Danny and Leah are doing right now. And we want to connect with other people live streaming and protesting Scientology. Where are we headed? How do we find those people and see if anybody's protesting? Well, you go to this website. You go to, look around the USA here. You go to Los Angeles. Boom, boom, boom. You click on any of these. You go to their channel. Oh, I want to protest in Pasadena. Well, there's MD Media 18, right? You go Clearwater, Florida, and you're like, oh, look at all this. Look at all this. You can go, you click on, boom, takes you right to Growing Up in Scientology. So you see how that works there? And what else has she got on here? Canada, around Europe, Scotland, which we're going to take a look at a clip from Scotland, I believe. Switzerland, the SP chef is there. I just can't tell you how much I love this. Activism, many more channels against the dark arts. That's Miriam Francis, Blow Drill, Dylan Gill, Children of Scientology, Mike Brown. I mean, it just goes on and on. It's a fantastic resource, sptv.space. And I suggest that you check it out because I've already found it helpful just even with what I do. I get sent a lot of clips and a lot of links, but often, if I'm going to be doing something, I'm almost always listening to a stream in some capacity. If I'm cleaning my bathroom, I've got an earbud in and I'm listening to a stream. And it's really nice to just go in and kind of like, maybe I want to tackle them by city. It's super cool. You guys got to check it out. I've heard that Amy J is going to start traveling. I hope so. This will be great. We'll get to see where he is. That's good to know. Good to know. Good to know. It's SPTV. Oh my gosh. I just clicked out of it. I had it up. Nancy's going to share a link to it. I agree, Sandy McKenna. It is a great resource. It really is. Really is. I thought it was fantastic. So thank you so much to Fluffer Squirrel UK and Z News, XZ News for doing this, putting it together. True labor of love. Thank you so much. Roxy, they sent it to me. They're both people who've been awesome with sharing clips and information, doing a lot of work behind the scenes, helping out. I appreciate what they're doing. There it is. sptv.space, Fluffer Squirrel, and Z News. It's so fabulous. So fabulous. All right, let's take a look. Let's go over to La Poubelle. What is happening at La Poubelle? A whole lot of craziness. That is what's happening. First, let's take a look at this video. We're going to look at a little clip. Who is this from? Who is this from? This is from Layla. Layla's over there minding her own business, just getting her signs ready, right? Going to do some protesting outside La Poubelle. You can see D.O.A.'s, his setup over there. And then...
What is she doing, bro? Hey, nah.
That's my table. That's my table, psychopath. Don't touch my shit. Don't touch my shit. You smell like alcohol.
So this lady just comes stumbling up, and I say stumbling because it's been reported that she reeked of alcohol. Not just, hey, you just walked out of a bar, maybe you had a drink. It's being reported that she reeked of it. So she went on a terror campaign through her neighborhood. She says this is her neighborhood, tearing down signs and trying to rip things off of tables.
Stop touching my shit. What the fuck? Stop touching me. Stop touching people. Stop touching people.
What the hell just happened? What the hell is going on? That's crazy. Yeah, hell yeah. That's insane.
She just rips them all off there, just just a average day in Hollywood there. Way to make friends. Wasn't that crazy? That was insane. It was. Lily, La Poubelle. It was. People were crazy last night. We're going to look at a few more clips. And I tell you, people, I was like, was there a full moon? Did something happen? Are there extra solar flares? Why people be losing their minds? It was just so weird. So weird. Wild for whatever reason. So let's take a look because D.O.A. was just having a night, let me tell you. He had what I would identify as a strange interaction with a couple of older ladies. And we're going to take a look at a couple clips here, and we're going to talk about it because I got to know what you guys think about this. Yes, I do. Take a look at this.
Don't touch my phone. I'll put you in jail.
Don't touch your phone.
I didn't touch your phone.
Don't touch. Just back up. Just back up. Back up.
Look how she goes and she actually touches the phone. I'm not touching your phone. Touch. That's something one of my grandkids would do.
Back up.
You touched a little bit of it. Come on.
No, you just came around the corner, you psychopath.
Okay, I hope DOA has to put that on merch. Just you psychopath. It's one of my favorite lines that I hear from him when he has these encounters. You psychopath.
I hit my phone, man.
Yeah, and you're gonna call me a rapist, and then you're gonna attack a phone and call us the problem.
Phone, man.
Blessed be the fruit. Blessed be the fruit. Have a great night, ladies. Blessed be the fruit.
Lara told them off. Easy on the beverages.
But it doesn't stop. Each time it seems like they're going away. That's right. Who had said that? K, toddler tech. 100%. 100%. Just a Northern girl is saying allegedly that old woman is one of Christopher Lloyd's ex-wives. Which one? Because there were two older women. Mature women is the term I prefer. Okay, so I wonder if that's true. That is interesting. We're going to look at more. It didn't end there. It did not end there. They could just not leave well enough alone. And one of the women ends up attacking her own friend. I thought she was going to go at her with that cane. Yes. Carpath, blessed be the fruit. If you do not know, that is a line from The Handmaid's Tale. And I love that he threw it out there because it was so funny. Blessed be the fruit. What else is it they said on The Handmaid's Tale? Tell me in the chat. Tell me in the comments. Blessed be the fruit. Something about an eye. Oh, I forgot. It's been a long time since I've seen that show, but I love that he threw it out there. So check this out, you guys. So It seems like they're leaving. The one woman's trying to get the other woman out of there. And then look.
You're a laugh.
Yeah, no, you guys are.
Speaking the truth. You're speaking the truth, yeah, man.
Yeah.
She's trying to control.
Did you see that? She was going to whack her friend with the cane. Just going at it with the cane like it's some kind of sword. And she's some type of, I don't even know what, out in the wild doing battle. Oh, that's right. That's right. Eclectic Jen, thank you. Praise be and under his eye. That's right. That's right, Josiah. Under his eye. That was the creepy stuff they said on The Handmaid's Tale. Yeah, totally, Lily Rose. Angry women. Angry women. Weird. Weird. Tactical cane. Oh, you can't see? Oh my God, I'm so sorry, you guys. Let me okay. I already X'd out of it. Let me reenact it. So she's still going out them. And so D.O.A. is, in fact, you know what? No, let me just pull it up. Let me pull it up. Where is that? Hold on. Nancy, can you put that last link in there and I'll pull it up and we'll go over it again? You might have already done it. That last one, and I'll pull it up. It was I think it's the last clip in those ones with D.O.A. Let's see if this is it. All right. Okay, we're going to keep moving and I might go back to that. Oh my gosh, you guys. She just was like, she kept going at them with the cane and they were backing up and D.O.A.'s like, we're de-escalating. We're de-escalating. We're de-escalating. It was so crazy. It just, I don't even know what that was about. I don't know what that was about. And there were two of them together. So if any, I just want to make sense of it. I want to make it make sense. So if somebody can explain to me what it is we saw, let me know. Let me know. And I will find that other, I'll share that one again at the end. I mean, and yeah, Lily, they probably were drunk and intoxicated, but it's still like, that's some next level aggression. I mean, to take your cane and act like you're going to hit your friend. What is up with that? What is up with that? It's just strange. All right. Now, you guys might know if you were following the streamers, it was like an art show that was going on. And of course, D.O.A. was swatted there because that happens at an art show, right? That's a thing. That's totally a thing. Check this out. It was thankfully, you'll hear the conversation with law enforcement and they were being chill about it. Check it out.
Make sure for public safety, make sure everybody's okay.
And you know, the crazy part is I've asked public relations, like media relations, a million times what their policy is on this because they keep doing it to him. He's the target.
What happens is essentially if they can start tracing it back, then there's things they can do.
Yeah.
But our main concern initially when we're here is to make sure everybody's okay. Because again, we know events going on. Last thing we want.
I wanted to come on. I saw you guys. I was like, man.
That's our concern. The last thing we want is we treat it like it's a swatting call, but it's actually legit. And then now people are getting injured.
So you tried wolf kind of situation.
Exactly, and that's the last thing we want. Yeah. So we've cleared out the whole first floor. Again, I'll try to get any further on information on who's calling. Yeah. As of right now, we don't have anything. If somebody does come in, because that's another tactic, is they get us to respond. Again, primal. Nothing's there, call, nothing there, and then something happens, and we're now going into the assumption that it could, it's another nothing.
So, he's explaining they do need to arrive and act as if the call is valid. And I totally get that. I completely get that. it is something that concerns me because it's so dangerous, those swatting calls. Many people, many innocent people could be hurt in the process of having that happen. All right, I got that link up with the woman that I laughed my butt off all by myself. So I'm going to show it to you guys here. This is the last one of what I just was explaining happened. Hold on, let's back it up a little.
You're a laugh.
Yeah, no, you guys are.
You're speaking the truth, yeah, man.
Yeah.
She's trying to control you.
She's trying to control you.
He tries to, that's when she tries to hit with the cane.
Look at her. She's drunk, though. Old lady drunk, huh? You're going to hit me with that, too? That's actually pretty good. I am, Dad. She almost hit my phone. I would put charges on you, man. You too, asshole.
Have a great.
Oh, that's my favorite part at the end where she points to who I'm thinking is D.O.A. saying, you two a-hole. It's just, I guess, it makes sense that if you're going to have different levels of insanity out there in Hollywood, that it's not limited to any particular age group. Oh, the cane is really what got me. The cane got me. We're going to go to Sacramento. This was a live streamer who is new to me, and this is Kelly. And she was outside the Sacramento Scientology organization, paranormal Satan hunting at the Not Idle org and doing donuts is the name of her video. Let's take a little peek at Kelly over in Sacramento.
Don't stare directly at it. No. Yeah, anyway, they have more lights on than usual. Okay, so anyways, here's what I created a little a test for them. It says true or false. Are these sentences true or false for you? And it says, I feel free to speak to whoever I choose without fear of repercussion, persecution, threats, or being reported. True or false? I have free will. True or false?
These are great questions for Scientologists when protesting. She's got a whole list of them. Link down below to the full video so you can check it out, get familiar with her, and she reads through the questions. I think it's really interesting, and I could see those getting through to Scientologists because they do. These things do make a difference. In fact, in Oh No Nora's video, I think it was the one we shared a clip from, but it might have been another one. But she talks about when she was on the rehabilitation project force, she saw the signs of the protesters, and it did plant a seed in her head. It did get through because she saw it. I can say the same thing about myself when Anonymous was protesting back in the day. Tori Magoo 44 will tell you the same thing. What the protesters were saying, the questions that were being asked, especially when they were asked with true curiosity, and the Scientologist was allowed to speak. It makes a difference. These protests are having an impact. And you've heard this now from me. It affected me when I was a Scientologist. Oh No Nora has talked about it as a Sea Org member on the Rehabilitation Project Force, and many others, including Tori. So I think it's great. And I absolutely love that people are coming up with some great questions. Great questions. Let's go over to, this is in Philly. This is another one, a new streamer to me. And these last two, you guys, I found on that website that I showed you when I was playing around with it. I was like, hey, these guys are really new, which is probably why no one sent me the links yet. But I'm like, let's get these pulled up and let you guys know that they're out there doing their thing. This is live streaming of Scientology Audit Philly and DC. The channel is Scientology Audit Philly and DC. And I love that the neighbors there already know that Scientology is a cult. One of my favorite things is hearing the feedback from people in the community. And we get a little bit of that on this video.
It's a cult. It's a cult.
Oh, I know. Are you watching them?
Yeah, my YouTube channel.
Yeah, I always make sure I watch by the Church of Scientology. Is there anyone even in there?
I don't know. I saw the umbrella sitting over there when I came here. I thought they were supposed to have a graduation tonight.
I can't imagine they're getting many takers these days.
Yeah, that's my job, is to keep them out.
Good.
That's
Good
their job to
work.
keep me alive.
There you go.
See ya.
Were you in the
No.
before?
No.
So you're just doing a good public service.
So I'm told.
Isn't that great? Even the neighbor guys, like you weren't in, you're doing this as a public service. Thank you. Thank you. We heard that so much when we were in Clearwater protesting. I can't even tell you. I lost track of how many people, sometimes because there was a lot of writing on my sign, they wouldn't read the whole thing. So I would just say, oh, we're protesting Scientology. And it was thank you or yes or thumbs up, waves, so much support by people who live in the area. I would say an overwhelming amount of support. It was fantastic. All right, let's talk about Chicago. Oh, you guys, you know how there's been like the garbage wars going on in Chicago because trashy V12 BMW has been out there and he went through the trash and he found the most amazing documents that Scientology just threw away. Unfortunately, threw away with the social security numbers of Scientologists. Not okay, Scientology. That's not nice. That's not nice. And he went over many of these documents on Aaron's channel at Growing Up in Scientology. Outstanding information was gotten from this. So what did Scientology in Chicago do? They put a giant chain around the garbage so nobody could go in there. Well, apparently it seems that garbage isn't only for their use because many of the residents became upset. When they would walk their animals, it was those dumpsters that they would go to throw away the poop. They bagged it up like good people and they were going to throw away the poop. Well, what happened? Dumpsters locked up. They can't throw away the poop. Well, Trashy's out there the other day going by the dumpsters. And somebody tell me in the chat or the comments, who is the other streamer with him? Because I am not familiar and I'd like to give him a shout out. You'll hear his voice and you'll see him at one point. So Trashy comes upon the trash again in Chicago and it's unlocked. It does not have the chain around it. So, he gets to digging. Can you imagine having that job? They're like, hey, Joe, or whatever this kid's name is, but let's just call him Joe for simplicity's sake. Go lock up the dumpster. Activate dumpster chain tech. Lock up the dumpsters.
Would you ever like to go out and have lunch? We don't even have to talk about Scientology. We can talk about skating, longboarding, personal hobbies, stuff like that. We don't even have to talk about anything personal. We just have a good time.
We go on a skate sometime and just skate.
So you heard in there, they were telling him like, hey, do you want to skate sometime? Do you want to go out to lunch? And I've heard trashy V12 BMW do that before too. Just, hey, if you want to go out, just like grab some coffee. We don't even have to talk about Scientology. Just trying to establish communication and a relationship. It's very disarming to the Scientologists because they expect nonstop antagonism. And these guys were like, do you want to go skateboard? That kind of stuff. And the kid just kind of keeps on keeping on. But then has a different response from what I thought it would be. Let's look at another clip here. He says, thanks, guys.
Do you think him saying thanks, guys, is like kind of him, like slightly
breaking a little bit?
Slightly breaking and agreeing with us that might be fun?
I don't know. It was interesting that he actually said something to us instead of just completely stonewalling.
And you guys, remember, that's the same guy that chased us out of the alley.
Yep. Been on it, Chadwick.
Yeah.
And he's let back into the building there. I'm seeing a lot of comments that he looks like a child, looks like he's underage. That's a kid. Anyone asking how old that Sea Org kid is? I don't think that they asked or knew for sure. That would still be scary for a kid. I agree. I was a little shocked. Like, why are you sending out the the young person? Maybe I don't know if he thought that he'd relate better to the people going through the garbage. I don't know. But I know they did to him. They saw the person. That they were like, hey, you want to skateboard, you want to get together. I'm worried about that kid. Worried about that kid. That's right, Lil, sending the kid to do the dirty work, but good conversation. I agree. One of these days, he might just take him up on it. Is that child Sea Org? Not sure, because so many Sea Organization members are posted in Scientology organizations. Sometimes they're wearing a pin that identifies them as a Sea Org member, but you can't always see it in this video, so you don't know for sure. But somebody who watches this might recognize and be able to tell us maybe who he is, or at least how old he is. Theta Jane is saying, wow, he looks like he's 15. Acupunk, that's right. Trying the board tone. Yep. He did a better job at it, though. The other in Portland, and where was it? Seattle, where they try to employ boredom tech, but they fake the yawn so bad that nobody's buying that. Nobody's buying it. Nobody's buying it. You need to go back and redo it. But yeah, he does. He was young neuropsych. That's right. Looks like a kid. F. Scientology London says SPTV stickers on the dumpster. I don't know if that's illegal or not, or private property. So until you find out, nobody do that. Make sure that it's okay. Yeah. You guys are as worried about this kid as I am. All right, let's hop on over to Austin, where Pearl Snappy hopped on her bike and surprised them. Didn't seem like they knew she was coming, and Pearl Snappy got that place shut down in, I believe it was 58 seconds. Let's take a look. But Pearl Snappy doing her thing, rolls up on her bike. Let's look.
Here's the shade tech. Here comes the shade tech, you guys. They don't want us to see in their cult. Here comes the shade tech. 58 seconds, y'all. I do believe that is a new record. What's up, y'all? I thought I would come down and just have a little bike ride, stop by and see my besties at the cult. Aw, look at them close it up. So proud, so brave. Look at you shatter and confront that suppression. You get it, buddy. Here's the shade.
Shatter and confront that suppression. You get it, buddy. That's right. Sneak tech from Pearl. She just got on over there, and she did, Farrah. She shut them down so fast. Oh, that was so great. That's right, neuropsych. There's only one Pearl Snappy. And in Austin, they've been struggling. Did you see her video that she did with Nancy Drew and Selfless Self, where they were going through documents that they found, I think it was in the garbage, I'm not positive, for Austin, with battle plans of staff members sharing how horrible the situation was, but nowhere can they say, oh, it's because of the protesters. It's because of that Pearl Snappy. The why is Pearl. But it is, but they can't say that. They can't. No, they cannot. Yeah, I'm happy to see her out there again too. Absolutely. Miss Sunrise Dawn says SPTV magnets on the dumpster. They're removable. True. Yeah. But definitely check out the law and ordinances in the city that you are before you do anything like that. Oh, Atkinson, Texas, I agree. Those vests look so confining. I agree completely. I do. They never seem comfortable. I would love to hear who designed those and how anybody thought this was a great idea. Let's jump over to Baton Rouge, Scientology in Baton Rouge. And guess who was there? Leah, Danny, Steph the writer. Because Leah and Danny and Steph the writer drove all the way from California to Florida to Clearwater to protest with us and to be there. It was so amazing to meet them. It really was a highlight. And on their way back, they're stopping at different Scientology organizations and protesting. Let's take a look at them over in Baton Rouge, where they have a conversation with an elderly gentleman.
Are you worried about Social Security benefits?
fortunate that I've already established that. And I don't work here. I'm a student here.
You're a student? You have to pay the money?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it expensive?
I think so, but it's very much education.
Okay, did you hear that? She said, "Is it expensive?" And he said, "I think so, but it's very much an education." Well, that's an honest answer. Is it expensive? Yes, it is. But it's very much an education. So my takeaway is he's acknowledging, yeah, it is very expensive, but it's worth it for me. Okay. That's an honest answer. He didn't say, no, it's not, or just usually with Scientology, they give what is a no answer. So it would go like this. Somebody would ask, is it very expensive? And the Scientologist would say, there are courses that start at $15. There's something for everyone. You know, not mentioning the ones that cost tens of thousands of dollars or anything like that. It's called the no answer in Scientology. And it is an actual drill that is practiced with the staff in Scientology and Scientologists. The no answer drill, where you learn how to give a no answer, how to not answer, but make somebody feel like they got an answer. Next level would come in very handy. You see it happen with, this is not something unique to Scientology. You see it in politics often. Get asked an answer, give an answer that doesn't actually answer it, but kind of seems like you did. It's the no answer. It's an answer that doesn't answer the question. But Scientologists practice that. I just love that he was honest. Oh yeah, it's expensive. It's expensive. But worth it for him. So there you go. Let's go jump over to Scotland. We got another look of what's happening over there. A little peek of the outside of the Scientology building. I don't know if they got a facelift, a little bit of a different look outside, but somebody went by and grabbed a little video so that we could all see it, because we get to travel around the world on this channel. We get to go to Scotland. We go all over the country, seeing all this stuff over in Canada. Let's take a look at this.
Glasgow's have got much larger footprint. You would think they would actually set up there, but not only one in Scotland. Oh, they got some. Last time I was here, they had some signs, just pinned, but they put a bit more effort into it after I said it was lazy. And they put up some frames. Yeah, let me zoom in. Can I zoom in? Let's scroll through the chat. Hang on, let's turn the chat off. There we go. I'll go over the road.
Interesting how they're covering their windows. It looks like their blinds are not all the way down. You can still kind of see in there. So maybe in Scotland, they have not been fully brought up to speed on the blind tech. Maybe something they need to read, practice, and get it into action. I just love listening to the accent, though. I do. Pause for Andrea. Well, now I want to hear Nora do her Scottish accent. I have not heard that. I need to hear that. That's true, Lara. Scottish accents are crazy thick. They are. I just like listening to it. I do. Hey, shout out to Eric Rader, who's here in the chat too. I don't know if you caught it earlier. We shared a clip from one of your videos. Thank you so much for doing what you're doing. Carrie saying, why can't Americans understand accents? We can for some. Some are just a little bit more difficult. All right, let's see here. Okay, so Blue 64, isn't it policy that he can't, and I think you mean we're back to the Tom Cruise topic, that he can't be connected now. He had to divorce mostly for PR. Okay, so yeah, but see, celebrities have always gotten a bit of different treatment in Scientology. This is why I think that Tom Cruise is more like David Miscavige, personality-wise, behavior-wise. There are people in Scientology, some of the celebrities who are not shown. A lot of this stuff is hidden from them and kept away from them. And Tom Cruise is much more aware of a lot of the abuse. This is what kind of like chaps my ass about him. Could he have remained connected to his daughter? Yes. He's Tom Cruise. He's David Miscavige's best friend, supposedly, though I heard they're on the outs. But yeah, it's completely, it's worse PR for him to not be connected to his daughter than to be. And I'm telling you, Scientologists would make excuses for him. But you see that over and over and over again, where there are certain celebrities and Scientologists get different treatment. Some don't. It just depends on that level and how much you kiss the ring or the butt of Davey Miscavige. How much you support his fake space navy. Surrounded by Scientology. Thank you, George. Hello, lovely Natalie, and your R. Tony. Peace out. Good to see you there, George. Juanita. Hey, Juanita, by the way, thank you so much for the gifts that you sent. Tony and I did get those, and I've been meaning to reach out. Thank you so much. That was very thoughtful of you. Juanita says, wait a minute. Didn't Mitch claim there were no longer children in the Sea Org? Yes, we talked about that yesterday. Let's see. Okay. Lara Estrada, how's Tony doing? I've been sending him healing juju. He's doing all right. I'm going to do a video on that coming up in a few days. We just need to talk to some family members first, and then we're going to sit down and have an entire chat about it and get you guys all brought up to speed with what's happening and what's going to be happening. 2 sandwiches tall. Happy OT 420. This one is for Doug. Love it. I didn't know Doug. Sadly, Doug had passed away, I think right about when I was starting on YouTube. I do remember that. But yeah, I love that. I love that you said that for him. Blake Reed. Hey, Natalie. What's up, everybody? Good to see you there. Good to see you there. Just a reminder, when you go over to, if you go to the Facebook page, Scientology Life After a Cult, which is a great place to kind of get to know each other better, continue conversations, create community, be able to connect with each other when I'm not live here, be sure to answer the security questions. You got to answer those, and then boom, door is open. So just a reminder about that. I also wanted to remind you, there was something else and I forgot. I think it was about the merch. There's Nancy already put up a link on there. I put a new, oh, I love this so much. In fact, I'm going to show it to you guys. There's a picture. You guys know Gypsy Mimi, right? She's been outside Kansas City protesting. I love her so much. She sent me this photo that I just love. Let's pull it up here and take a look. Look at her. She's in front of the Capitol in Washington wearing her SPTV, never in, a person never in Scientology, but all in on ending the cult. Right there in Washington, D.C., walking around wearing it. I absolutely love that. Love it so much. She looks fantastic, and it really made me smile. I love it. I love it when you guys send me photos in the merch. It really makes me happy. I love seeing it, especially seeing you guys all out all over the world in different parts of the country, taking pictures with it in front of monuments and other things. Keep doing it. Keep sending it in. But remember, if it's something you don't want me to share on the internet, be very obvious about that. Like all caps, don't post this. Otherwise, I'm going to share it on my community page because I like it so much. I like it so much. Atkins in Texas, I can see you. Let's see here. That's right, Nico. Dazed but not confused. Big heart to Doug. That's right. All right, here. Okay, so we are going to wrap it up. If everybody could please hit that like button before you leave and check your subscribe button as well. Keep an eye out for, I'm hoping to pull together some interviews this weekend. I'm working on timing with somebody who's out of the country. I'm very excited about it. We're going to talk a little bit of current news in Scientology, but cover some history that some of you may not have known about. I do feel there's, you know what? I'm going to save that for the other video and tell you guys about it then when I speak with somebody who I'm really looking forward to talking to about Scientology and some historic things. I think it's going to be really fun. So stay, keep an eye out for notifications about that. Outside of that, 10 a.m. Central Time, I will be back here doing another recap tomorrow. Like I said, I hope we can pull together timing-wise for another video today, but we're going to see how it goes. In the meantime, thank you guys so much for being here. If you see something, say something. You see something Scientology related and you think it would be a great share here on the channel, clip it, Grab the link, send me a timestamp, send me a link to the article, and send it to Natalie@lifeafteroccult.com. Thank you so much for all of your support. You guys are such a big help here on the channel. I will see you soon. In the meantime, get out there and have the most amazing cult-free day.